Welcome, fellow Gear Pothead, your pal Puttyman here, and welcome to my official review and Easter eggs for The Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 14, called The Tragedyi. And oh boy, what a tragedy it is. So we're going to go through the episode, talk about it, so on and so forth. First and foremost, the first thing I need to ask you before we continue on with this review, if you can, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's the best thing you could do for me, and I'd be really appreciative. And also, as well, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button too. Anyway, also, I want to go ahead and mention one other thing. If you guys aren't aware, the game Fortnite is actually doing a battle pass where if you buy the battle pass, you actually get, yes, you get the Mandalorian. You get the Razor Crest as a glider, the Mandalorian, and then the last tier is actually the child, aka Baby Yoda, aka Grogu. So, if you're going to actually purchase the Battle Pass, I appreciate it if you could go ahead and type in code Puttyman underscore, Puttyman, with an underscore at the end, in the Fortnite item shop. If you put that code in there, I will get a percentage of the purchase that you get back without you having to pay for anything extra. So, again, if you're going to get the Battle Pass so you can get Mandalorian and to get Grogu, please use my code. It'd be appreciative. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what we're here for, the review of the episode. Now, this is an intense episode that we've gotten into, and honestly, it's really scary, to be honest with you. So, first and foremost, I want to go ahead and talk about what's going on in the beginning of the episode. As you see here, you see that Mando is getting really close. Well, he's already been getting close to Grogu, aka Baby Yoda. And now he's getting amused that he responds to his name Grogu. So if you don't remember, and you did miss last episode, well, fortunately, spoiler reveals, they gave the name of Baby Yoda as Grogu. So he keeps on saying Grogu's name just to get him to respond, which is the most adorable thing in the world. And it's so nice to see that, it's going to happen, that he's enjoying the moment with him, which also makes him realize that he's going to miss Grogu if the Jedi accept him. See, what it is right now is they're actually going to Tython. If you remember, Tython is that Jedi planet that we talked about in the last episode. They're heading to Tython so so that Grogu can sit on the Seeing Stone. So as you see here, they're actually going to Tython, and then he ends up putting Grogu on the Seeing Stone, and of course, at the moment, basically guards him while he's there. Well, during that time, first and foremost, it takes a little bit for him to actually get into meditation. But Grogu finally gets into meditation. But then, oh my God, how the episode went just in a total different direction. Where, do we see in the sky? I'm trying to get to it, but what do we see in the sky? We see the Slave One. Now, the Slave One is Boba Fett's ship. If you don't remember, it actually appeared in Star Wars episode 3. I'm sorry, not episode 3. God, I'm doing wrong. Episode 5. The Empire Strikes Back, where you actually see Han Solo frozen in carbonite and taken onto Boba Fett's ship. So that, actually, I'm trying to remember if the ship was actually, the back end of the ship, I'm pretty sure appeared. I don't remember if the actual full ship did. But, yeah, that was the first appearance of the Slave One, which is Boba Fett's ship. So, of course, this leads into what you already know we see, Boba Fett. I'm so happy that we finally get to see Boba Fett in all its prime. And I also like that there's some things set up when it comes to the mystery. Now, of course, Mando is trying to get Baby Yoda away from the Seeing Stone, but he is stuck in that situation. He's, basically set up to fight. We also end up finding out that Boba Fett, well, first off, he ends up exiting the Slave One, and we finally get our first encounter with Boba Fett versus Mando. Glad to see the same actor that played Boba Fett in the prequels, because honestly, with the prequels being something that a lot of people shun, which I like a few of them, but with those movies being something a lot of Star Wars fans shun, it's nice to see that they took some of the good parts of it to intertwine it. So I always felt the Jango Fett Boba Fett connection in Episode 2 was really good, and I always wondered, were the Fetts in any way attached to the Mandalorians, because it felt like it was broken if you didn't attach it. because I felt with Boba Fett not really being a Mandalorian, how does it count? But because with them confirming in this episode that his father was a foundling, that confirms that he is part of the Mandalorian family blood chain. And in return means, it's just, now it makes me kind of wonder, and I don't know if maybe there's something in the comics or in some of the newer books that I might have missed. Is there something with the past with Jango Fett now that shows his stories and why he ended up going so bad and making the clones? Like, there's something there that's missing that I don't know, and I want to look up the back catalog. So, if there is something I'm missing with the whole Jango Fett connection to why he ends up with the Clone Wars that's actually canon now, please tell me in the comments below so I could read that material, because I would love to. I'm a huge fan of the Mandalorian series. I love the Boba Fett comic book series. I want to see how that connects all now. Like, I don't know what's canon. I don't know what they've kept in canon in that situation, because things get lost since Disney took it over. Anyway, so we finally, well, first and foremost, I want to bring this up. We find out from this that Fennec, Boba Fett actually did say Fennec, and Fennec now has cybernetic implants, which I guess maybe her whole torso is connected by cybernetics. I'm not sure if her legs are not all robotic as well, but she now has the implant set up, kind of like Darth Maul. If you're not familiar, Darth Maul later on ends up getting basically robot legs. And in the series, so because he actually returns later, which I don't know if that's canon either, but he actually returns to fight Obi-Wan Kenobi to actually go after Luke, and when the comic book, or actually a book or anything. So I don't know exactly what's canon in that situation when it comes to that, but I know now she does have the cybernetic implants, and she's played by Ming-Na Wen. She was actually in season 1, if you remember. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about one particular scene I just thought was badass, which is when Boba Fett goes off on these stormtroopers with this weapon. I don't know what this weapon is. If somebody knows, I don't know. I've never seen this before. But he goes off with that weapon, and then it's freaking amazing to see it. So if this is a weapon that because apparently in this episode, I'm missing a lot of stuff that maybe my memory is going. Things have been a little bit crazy lately. But this weapon is amazing, and I would like to know more about it. So if there's something that maybe like it's in some other books, newer books maybe, or something like that I'm not aware of, or maybe it's in something I just don't remember, tell me in the comments below. But of course, during this fight, he ends up seeing the Razor Crest and gets his armor back. But then sadly, something big happens. Of course, here's the part where Boba Fett actually realizes the Razor Crest is there and gets his armor back. So we then see around 1742, around that time, that Baby Yoda, or Grogu, finally gets done on the Seeing Stone. And in return, what ends up happening is, of course, Mando's protecting him, but Mando ends up leaving for a second because he has to fight off things, waiting for him to get done. And in return, as Boba Fett is finally first up there, he finally gets his armor. Oh my god, I freaked out when I saw that. I was like, yes, Boba Fett's back, baby! It was just so awesome to see that. But we do see that the Razor Crest gets destroyed. Oh my god. Did that really hurt me right here? To see the Razor Crest destroyed really hurt me badly. I'm just so sad to see the Razor Crest get destroyed. And in return, we do hear that the Moff Gideon disengages the Dark Troopers. Now, the Dark Troopers first appeared in Star Wars Dark Forces, the video game, in 1994. But they're no longer canon in the new Star Wars series. And that's because in the game, they stole the plans for the first Death Star, which obviously was changed in Rogue One. So I don't know, and again, this could be something can be answered. Does that mean that this is now canon as the first appearance of Dark Troopers, or what's the deal in this? Are there Dark Troopers in a series I haven't seen that is officially canon? Again, something that the other fans that might know can comment below and tell me. During this time, we also confirmed that Boba Fett was a foundling, and of course, it makes me so sad. We actually see that the Dark Troopers take Grogu, which we see right here, and take him to to Moff Gideon's ship. So now Moff Gideon has Grogu. So what ends up happening is, uh, with Grogu taken, Boba Fett states that he's in debt now to Mando. So now we actually have, which is very awesome, Boba Fett and Mando working together. Now, Boba Fett's always had his own thing where he's basically like kind of like Deadpool, where he basically has his own agenda most of the time. And I feel like that might still be the situation here. I feel like if anybody's gonna go bad, it's gonna be Ming Na Wen's character. She's gonna be the one that actually goes bad in this situation. So, I don't know. Honestly, until we get to the next episode, this is all gonna be up in the air. So with Fennec Shand, I don't know if she's gonna be the one that's gonna change things to go bad, or maybe she's gonna be good. I don't know. It's really confusing right now what's going on when it comes to Boba Fett. Because I know everyone wanted Boba Fett. This was definitely fanfare. But are they setting up for his own series, or are we just going to see him and Mando appear here and there? I don't know what the standstill is on the actor as well, too, if he's willing to stick around with it. So, again, that's something I feel like we're just going to have to wait and see. So, of course, during this time ago, of course, we do find out that Jango is a foundling. And then, which again, that might have been stated somewhere else, and I'm just not aware of it. And then, of course, we find that Mando ends up returning to see Cara Dune, which now she is a Marshal of the New Republic. And Mando asks Cara to break the rules to Spring Mayfield from season 1, which is played by Bill Burr, so they can actually break into the Imperial ship. Now, of course, she denies that she wants to because of her being now part of the New Republic. But now that she's part of the New Republic, she's not. She basically doesn't want to break the rules until she hears that Grogu was taken by these dark troopers. Well, we did end up getting the dark troopers getting thrown around by Grogu, which was such an amazing thing. Like I was like, yes, destroy them. But I had a feeling he was going to get weak. I kind of foreseen this, and I was upset because I was scared. And I was more in right to be scared because Moff Gideon then pulls out the Darksaber on Grogu. And at first I'm like, oh, don't do it. Oh my God, no. This scared the heck out of me. And I know it's not going to happen. They're not going to kill off Grogu. But it's still just like Moff Gideon's character, the actor that plays him, does such a dark presence. Like, I feel like if they were to allow it, they would. You know what I mean? They would do something or force him, and then Baby Yoda would stop him, or just something. You know what I mean? So again, Grogu. I'm gonna be saying I'm still getting used to saying Grogu, but it definitely will be something that I will get used to for sure. But then it ends with Grogu being put in shackles, and then that's the end of the episode. And honestly, going through this episode, most of the time I'll have episodes where they'll have downtime. I even remember not episode of 13, but episode 12. I felt like there were some kind of slow moments. This one kept me on my toes the whole time until we got to this point. I didn't realize it was the end of the episode. We were literally 28 minutes in, which actually, now that I think about it, it might be shorter than I think. I think most of the episodes are around 40 minutes. So this might be a shorter episode than usual. So I don't know. Tell me guys if I'm wrong, if it was or not. Is there anything I was surprised about in this episode? Not too much. Outside of simple things like the Darksaber returning, the Boba Fett getting his outfit back. Well, I mean, finally getting to see Boba Fett was a major deal, but I guess it felt a little bit anticlimactic after what we had last week. I feel like we should have gotten a lot more of a wow factor with it. But there's still a lot going on with the Seeing Stone, with the Dark Troopers, with Boba Fett coming in. There was a lot going on, and I think what it is with us getting. I felt like we need a break this week because last week was so overwhelmingly awesome for us to get it again. And then end in tragedy with Grogu being captured. Oh my God, I don't know. And maybe my head was just in a different space in that way. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Comment below and tell me what you guys think. Also, again, just to repeat, and I'm sorry to repeat it, guys, but If you guys do end up getting the Mandalorian Battle Pass or the Battle Pass in Fortnite to get Mandalorian, please, please, please consider using my code. It really helps me out. You just have to go ahead and it'll be on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. It'll tell you either push square on PlayStation. I think it's X. I can't remember exactly. It's going to be the button on your controller. That'll show on the bottom. If you can, please use my code. It really helps me out and it's really appreciated. But there you guys have it. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure the like button, make sure the subscribe button, make sure the little notification bell, and be part of the notification squad. Guys, I still love this episode. I can't wait to see what happens next week. I'm so hyped. And I hope you guys are as well. And as always, I am Puttyman with Gamer Potheads. And do not forget, we're about to high score. Guys, can't wait for episode 15. I'll see you guys then. Peace.